Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. You can attempt the quiz in this app and you can read detailed explanation. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. We have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Now let's start. Significant economic presence principle is a concept used to levy which category of tax. So it is related to digital tax, and this principle was introduced Finance Bill of 2018-19. Now please note that recently India notified threshold limits for non-resident tech companies. For example, Netflix, Facebook, Google, all these are non-resident technology companies. Now they will have to pay tax according to these threshold limits. So what are these limits? There is a limit of transaction and it is 2 crore rupees. And then there is a user limit. So this is monetary limit and this is user limit. That means if you have users more than 3 lakh, then you will be covered and you will have to pay tax as per these recent guidelines. In this context, this concept of significant economic presence was in use. That means you have significant economic presence in our country and therefore you are liable to pay tax in our country. And these guidelines will come in effect from 1st of April of 2022. Next question is, India announced 1.4 billion USD of private sector trade and investment with which country? So this country is UK. Recently there was a virtual summit between Prime Minister of UK and Prime Minister of India. And during that summit it was announced. So as a part of this summit, India and UK unveiled 10-year roadmap for bilateral trade. Please note that the current bilateral trade between India and UK is approximately 23 billion pounds. And now both countries decided to make it more than double by 2030. So the target is to make the bilateral trade between India and UK as double by 2030. Apart from that, India and UK announced 1 billion pounds or 1.4 billion USD of private sector trade and investment. UK was also in news as it is the host of COP26. COP stands for Conference of Parties. So it is related to United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. This UNFCCC is a result of Rio Summit of 1992. Apart from that, UK was also in news as recently it announced its intention to join CPTPP. UK was also in news as recently it became first country to announce regulation for the use of self-driving cars. Apart from that, UK was also in news as it is planning a new digital currency named as Bitcoin. What is CPTPP? It is Comprehensive and Progressive Trans-Pacific Partnership. Apart from that, India and UK agreed to launch GIP. What is GIP? It is Global Innovation Partnership. So this initiative is going to support Indian innovators. Next question is, Nehru Zoological Park, where Asiatic lions were tested COVID positive, is situated in which state or union territory? So this zoological park is situated in Hyderabad. So the correct answer is Telangana. Now recently it was in news because the first case of COVID in lion was detected. Now please note that recently Russia was in news as it has developed world's first vaccine, that is COVID vaccine for animals, and the name of this vaccine is Carnivac-Co. Recently Russia was also in news as India and Russia decided to have 2+2 level dialogue. So Russia is going to be the first country outside Quad with which India will have this 2+2 dialogue. 2+2 means 2 ministers from our side and 2 ministers from their side. Which 2 ministers? One is a defense minister and second is Minister of External Affairs. So Russia is going to be the first Quad country with which India will have this 2+2 level mechanism. Quad countries are India, Australia, Japan and USA. So with these three we have 2+2 level dialogue. Now Russia is going to be fourth such country. Russia was also in news because of S-400 missile defense system. It was also in news as recently India approved Sputnik V vaccine from Russia. Next question is, a white tooth shrew species has been discovered for the first time in a volcanic island and the island is Narcondam Island. It is situated in which state or union territory? So for the first time this shrew species has been discovered in this Narcondam Island. The question is, this island is situated in the territory of which state or union territory? So correct answer is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. This is the species which was discovered for the first time, and it was discovered from Narcondam Island. This Narcondam Island is a part of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So this is the geographical location of this island. This is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. To be specific, it is a part of Andaman Islands. This is Andaman Sea, this is Bay of Bengal, Lakshadweep Sea, this is Sri Lanka, this is our country, this is Arabian Sea, Persian Gulf, Gulf of Aden, this is Java Sea, South China Sea, this is Philippines Sea and East China Sea. Answer in comment box what is the name of this particular strait. Next question is, which steel company has entered into the list of top 100 most valuable or most valued company in terms of market capitalization? So this is SAIL. What is SAIL? It is Steel Authority of India Limited. So with the market capitalization of 50,000 crores, it has entered in the league of top 100 most valuable companies in terms of market capitalization. Now please note that the current chairperson of SAIL is Ms. Soma Mondal. The headquarters of SAIL is in New Delhi. SAIL is under the administrative control of Ministry of Steel and it was founded in 1954. Recently, Ms. Mondal was also in news as she has been appointed as the new chairperson of SCOPE. What is SCOPE? It is Standing Conference of Public Enterprise. So she has been appointed as the chairperson of SCOPE for the period of 2 years. Next question is, which body permits telecommunication companies to conduct trials for 5G technology in our country? So in this context, DOT, that is Department of Telecommunications, is the nodal authority to permit telecommunication companies like Airtel, Jio to conduct trials for 5G technology. Now this DOT is under Ministry of Communications. Now in the context of telecom companies, recently a term was in use, AGR. Answer in comment box what is the full form of AGR. Next question is, the first supply of UCO based biodiesel blended diesel was flagged off recently. The question is, what is UCO? So UCO stands for used cooking oil. Now what is this entire issue? See, this is used cooking oil. This used cooking oil is utilized for making biodiesel, and then this biodiesel is blended with diesel. Recently, first supply of such diesel which was blended with biodiesel, and the biodiesel was made up from the used cooking oil. So first supply of such diesel was flagged off from IOC's terminal in Delhi. Here are three components. First is used cooking oil. So this used cooking oil was utilized for making biodiesel, and then this biodiesel was blended with diesel, and the first supply of such diesel was flagged off recently by the Petroleum Minister Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan from the IOC terminal from New Delhi. What is IOC? It is Indian Oil Corporation. Next question is, GINA, a WHO collaborative organization, is associated with which disease? So it is associated to asthma. GINA stands for Global Initiative for Asthma. Now please note that for this year only, World Asthma Day will be celebrated on Wednesday. Actually, every year World Asthma Day is celebrated on the first Tuesday in May, which was supposed to be on 4th of May. However, this time, that means 2021, is an exception, and for this year only, this was celebrated on Wednesday, that means on 5th of May. That's why there is a confusion. From next year onwards, it will be on the first Tuesday in May. So you can see that upcoming World Asthma Days are going to be on 3rd of May because it is the first Tuesday. In 2023, it is going to be on 2nd of May because it is the first Tuesday, and so on. The first World Asthma Day was celebrated in 1998, and it was a result of first World Asthma meeting, and that meeting held in Barcelona in Spain. Recently, Spain was in news because of COP25. COP25 stands for Conference of Parties number 25, and this event held in Spain under the presidency of Chile government. Now, as a result of this Conference of Parties, a term was in use, Santiago Action Network. Answer in comment box what is the objective of this initiative. The theme for this year's World Asthma Day is uncovering asthma misconceptions. So, Asthma Day was on 4th of May. Apart from that, Coal Miners Day was also observed on 4th of May. In addition to that, International Firefighters Day was also celebrated on 4th of May. On the other hand, 6th of May was observed as International No Diet Day. And the symbol for this day is light blue ribbon. Next question is, Satyajit Ray, a legendary filmmaker, was from which state? So he was from West Bengal. Why he was in news recently? Because this time we completed 100 years of his birth. He took birth in 1921, to be specific on 2nd of May. That's why INB Ministry, that is Information and Broadcasting Ministry, decided to celebrate this entire year as year-long birth centenary celebrations across India and abroad. Please note that he was legendary filmmaker and his first film was Pather Panchali. Apart from that, on the occasion of 100 years of his birth, IFFI, that is International Film Festival of India, announced a Lifetime Achievement Award in the field of cinema, and this award is named after Satyajit Ray. So this new award has been started on the occasion of 100 years of his birth anniversary, and now this will be given every year. This will be given for the excellence in the field of cinema. Next question is, which organization has released the report Estimates of Global E-Commerce? So this has been released by Antar. Antar stands for United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Headquarters of this organization is in Geneva. Geneva is in Switzerland. As per this report, USA is on top position in terms of e-commerce, and USA is followed by Japan and China. Recently, UNCTAD was also in news as it released World Investment Report. It also published Trade and Development Report. So these were the most important questions. Now we are going to cover important news events. So first is Social Security Code 2020. So recently this code was in news as Section 142 of this code was invoked. Now, with the help of this section, Labor and Employment Ministry, that is Ministry of Labor and Employment, will be able to collect the Aadhaar card details of the beneficiaries which are covered under different social security schemes. Now, this is going to solve the problem of interstate migrant workers. See, suppose there is a worker from Bihar and he is migrating to Uttar Pradesh. Now, the problem is that there is no unique identity of this worker. That's why the benefits cannot be continued in case of interstate migration. Now, with the help of this Aadhaar card, the worker will be able to take the benefits of different schemes because the registration is based on Aadhaar. So even if the worker migrates from one state to another state, nothing will change. So this is going to help such interstate migrant workers. Now, such workers can register themselves on the portal on the basis of Aadhaar card. That's why this Social Security Code was in use. Now please note that Aadhaar is a unique identity and it is provided by UIDAI, that is Unique Identification Authority of India, and it is under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Next is Chaudhry Ajit Singh. So he was the chief of RLD, that is Rashtriya Lokdal, and he was the former Union Minister. He passed away recently. Apart from him, recently Manas Behari Verma passed away. He was well-known aeronautical scientist. Next is RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. So recently RBI imposed penalty of 3 crore rupees on ICICI Bank for violation of RBI directions. Apart from that, RBI was also in news as recently RBI Governor Mr. Shaktikant Das announced a healthcare package of 50,000 crore. So this will be a special liquidity facility, and this money will be provided by the banks as loan to different vaccine makers or medical equipment makers. Now please note that the loan provided as a part of this special facility will be classified as PSL, that is Priority Sector Lending, and the banks can give loans under this facility till March 31st of 2022. Next is India's first drive-in vaccination center. So this center has been started in Mumbai. What does this mean? It means you go in your car, you stop your car at the center, someone will come to vaccinate you while you stay in your car. So this is going to be very beneficial for differentially abled people. They won't have to come out of their vehicle for vaccination. Last is Checkmate COVID initiative. So this has been launched by AICF, that is All India Chess Federation. So this is an initiative to help the people who are affected by this COVID pandemic. So these were the most important news events. Test is provided in a separate video. Please check that. Thank you, and that's all for the day.